this Newton-Cotes quadrature formula are you seeing here? This is the integration of fx from a point to another. That means the limit x naught to x naught plus nh, and that's value is nh into y naught plus n by 2. First difference of y naught n into 2n minus 3 by 2l. Second difference of y naught plus, that's in this form. Okay, so this is known as the Newton-Cotes quadrature formula, as we know. And if we put n is equal to 1 in this Newton-Cotes quadrature formula, then we get the expression that is known as the trapezoidal rule. Its name is trapezoidal rule because it can be obtained, it can be derived by the process of some trapeziums also. So that's another process that I'm not discussing here. But in this method, we put just n is equal to 1 in Newton-Cotes quadrature formula, and then we get the trapezoidal rule. Okay. So what's here? Here we see that in this Newton-Cotes quadrature formula, if we put n is equal to 1 here, then what we see here, x naught to x naught plus 1h, that means in place of n is equal to 1, so that is, so nh into y naught plus n by 2, that means 1 by 2, and first difference of y naught plus 1 into 2 into 1 minus 3 by 12. So similarly, that is okay. But we see here that for n is equal to 1, what we see that the first difference remains, but after then first difference, that means the difference of higher orders, that means the second difference, third difference, fourth difference, etc., that will be vanished. That means that will be 0. Okay, because we know that the differences of the polynomial of degree, if we have a degree of polynomial n, and then we get the difference of order more than n, then it will be vanished, it will be 0. Okay, so that's why the second difference, third difference, fourth difference, it will be 0. Okay, so remaining is just first difference. Okay, so that's why is here x naught to x naught plus 1h fx is equal to just h into y naught plus 1 by 2, first difference of y naught. Okay, and then so x naught to x naught plus h is equal to h into y naught plus half of the first difference of y naught. So what's the meaning of first difference of y naught? So that is y1 minus y naught. Okay, so that is h, and then we simplify this. So after simplifying this, we get its value is h into y naught by 2 plus y1 by 2. So that means x naught to x naught plus h, the integration of fx is equal to h by 2 into y naught plus y1. Similarly, if you replace x naught by x naught plus h and upper limit as x naught plus 2h, then we get the value of h by 2 into y1 plus y2, because there is h, so there is y naught plus y1, there is h to 2h, so there is y1 plus y2. And similarly, we have we can find that from 2h to 3h, that's h by 2 into y2 plus y3. Okay, similarly, we repeat this process, and then we reach at x naught plus n minus 1h to x naught plus nh fx, so that is h by 2 yn minus 1 plus yn. Okay, so that's the values of left hand sides in right hand side, that's it. And then we add these all the left hand sides and right hand sides correspondingly, and then we get, that is adding all of the above terms in RHS and LHS separately by, and then what we get, so then we get the addition of these all integrals, and in right side h by 2 is common, so h by 2, and the remaining terms then we take common, and then what we get, h by 2, and what you see here is y0 plus y1, y1 plus y2, y2 plus y3, and etc. Similarly we repeat this process, yn minus 1 plus yn. Okay, so then we see what is, so y0 and yn just for single time, and then after all of the terms repeating itself, so that means y1 two times, y2 two times, y3 two times, and similarly up to yn minus 1. So that's why here h by 2 and y0 plus yn, that is a mistake, so there must be yn, so y0 plus yn, and the, oh no, that is good, but there is the final term, so y0 plus yn, and the remaining terms repeat itself, so that means in double. Okay, so that is 2 y1 plus y2 plus y3, that's a yn minus 1. Okay, up to yn minus 1. So that's the trapezoidal rule. That means x0 to x0 plus nh, so that means the from lower limit to upper limit, then each of the y here, that's a fx. Okay, so that means y0 means the fx0, y1 means fx1, yn means fxn. Okay, so each of the value if you put, then we can obtain the value of the given integral. Okay, so that is the trapezoidal rule. In next video we will take some examples on trapezoidal rule. Okay.